right, it's that time of year, time when many of us are asked to make decisions about the future of our health care coverage. Now, if you still need help on what to do, we've got you covered here on Great Day, Louisiana. Joining us now is Mike Bertaut, a healthcare economist from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana. Mike, good morning.
Good morning, Malik. Thanks for having me today.
Thanks for coming on the show. I'm a little bit mad because I literally just signed up for my health care coverage, and there were so many things that I did not know about. But first of all, thank you so much for joining us to help the people who are going to be going through that same process like I did. Now, apparently fall is the best time for us to really be talking about our healthcare coverage. Tell us why.
Well, it's kind of an unusual convergence, but we see that people who get insurance through their job, this tends to be the time of year their employers want them to pick the plan for next year. And then on top of that, the federal government set up healthcare.gov, where you can go and buy individual coverage. And the open enrollment for that plan is November 1 to December 15th. So we're right in the middle of it right now.
Right now.
Very important to go and get those plans selected, because this is the only time of the year when you can go in without having to have some special reason to pick a plan.
I hear that. Again, I went right through this just a couple of weeks ago, actually. And with 2020 here, are there any new changes that we can expect?
Well, it's very interesting. Every year, if you go into healthcare.gov, you want to make sure that you verify your income. You're kind of guessing what your income is going to be in 2020, because the feds have a lot of subsidies, tax credits that are available to help you buy health insurance based on your income. But you need to make a conservative estimate. You don't want to guess high or low. You want to try and get it as close as you can.
So when we're looking at a healthcare plan, what are the things we should be looking for when choosing one?
Well, we get a lot of feedback and a lot of demand for some new services that you might not be aware of your health insurance has. For example, on our plans, we have something called Blue Care, which is basically a doctor on your iPad or on your iPhone.
Really?
So that you can have a chat with a doc when you're not feeling well without having to pick up and go to urgent care or go to the emergency room.
At any time of the day?
Any time of the day, 24/7. Whenever you need a doc, you can go online, put in your ID card, and they'll come on with you and listen to you describe the problems. They can also send a prescription for you as well.
What? Yeah, check out the video right there. It looks so cool. Wow, you can actually do a video call with them as well?
Absolutely. It can be live, or it can be something where you leave them a detailed message and they get back to you. Either way.
2019. All right. Wow, we can do it right here on an iPad too. I like that a lot. Now, for people who are saying, well, I have the whole Affordable Health Care Act, you know, it stays in the news, ongoing legislation. What possible things can we expect with that, and how it'll affect the healthcare coverage in 2020?
Well, you'll hear some in the news about lawsuits where the Affordable Care Act was sued and declared unconstitutional. That was appealed here in New Orleans at the Fifth Circuit, and they're going to give us a decision pretty soon. But the main thing to remember about all of these legal wranglings is they don't affect your health insurance in 2020. They're very unlikely to affect it even in 21 or 22. A lot more appeals would have to take place, and there's no guarantee that anything's going to get shut off. So for now, we're just going to roll, and we'll be okay.
Wow. And for people who may not have health insurance through their job, what advice do you offer them when trying to pick out some healthcare insurance? Because I was there.
Yeah, absolutely. Go directly to healthcare.gov or contact an agent. You'll find 30 different individual policies available on healthcare.gov. No questions asked. You don't have to answer any medical questions. You can go in, and no matter what health conditions you already have, they have to cover you. You want to check and make sure you're buying a plan you can afford, that the deductibles and the copays aren't too big to scare you away during the year when you really need coverage. And you want to make sure, above all things, that your favorite doctor and hospital are covered in the network of the plan you select. You absolutely want to make sure you can keep seeing your doc.
I hear that. The 3 Ps right there: price, providers, and plan value. I like that first one, price, because I did not know it comes out of your paycheck. See, I was under my dad's plan until I was, you know, I'm
26,
until 26, right? And I'm like, here we go. But you all have something interesting. It's called the Plan Value Services. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, what we can do is we have agents that are online that you can contact, and they can take a look at what kind of health needs you already have, what doctors you're seeing, what prescriptions you're using, and they can make sure the plan that you select will match what your needs are, so you don't end up with the wrong insurance halfway through the year.
Right, it happens. Now, one thing that I was always struggling with is that whole in-network, out of
Yeah,
network
yeah.
thing. What advice do you offer people when trying to find out who is actually covered by our insurance?
Right. In Louisiana, when you shop for individual coverage, you're going to be buying either a Blue Cross or a Vantage health plan. They both have tools on their website where you can look up your doc and it'll tell you exactly what insurance he's on.
Really?
So that you can make sure that they're in the network. When a doc's in your network, when a hospital's in your network, that's when you get the maximum benefit.
That's
if
right.
you go out of network, you'll end up paying a lot more out of your own pocket. You want to avoid that at all costs.
And believe me, it has happened to me, so definitely good information there. Mike, thank you so much for being here.
Happy
and
to do
wearing
it.
that blue, I see you. Hey, to learn more about available healthcare options for 2020, you can log on to bcbsla.com or straighttalkla.com.